Hello guys, I am Shujat Ali from Medicos Lectures by Shujat, and today I am with my best friends to discuss anatomy of liver with you. At first, I want to thank the management of my university, the way they are providing me their support. Now, turning to my original topic, anatomy of liver, I am pulling this liver out to discuss its anatomy with you. Liver, the second largest organ of our body after skin, and the largest gland in our body, having one prominent border, which is most prominent, is this anterior border, having 5 surfaces. This is superior surface, anterior surface, right surface, from behind, posterior surface and inferior surface. On anterior surface, we have a ligament, which we know as falciform ligament. It separates the right lobe of liver from the left lobe. From the gallbladder, there originate another ligament, which is ligamentum teres. This superior surface, if I put the lung to its anatomical position back, then that superior surface is related to lungs, pericardium or heart and whole pleural cavity. This superior surface. And on posterior surface, on the left side of posterior surface, we have a notch right there, which we know as esophageal notch. On right to the esophageal notch, we have a lobe, which we know as caudate lobe. This lobe is caudate lobe. And the fissure which separate the caudate lobe and the esophageal notch is fissure for ligamentum venosum. Just right to that of caudate lobe, we have groove for inferior vena cava. This is the groove for inferior vena cava from behind this. On right side of that groove for inferior vena cava, this area, that presented area, is bare area. It doesn't relate with the peritoneal cavity, no peritoneal cavity it contains. It is directly in contact with diaphragm, and that's why we know it as bare area. Now, this is the gallbladder and its attachment with liver. We have its 3 basic parts: neck, body and fundus. Neck continues as a duct, which we know as cystic duct. Now this area, this is porta hepatis, and porta hepatis is separated from the inferior vena cava via caudate lobe. This lobe is caudate lobe. And just behind this is quadrate lobe, not caudate, this is quadrate lobe. On anterior aspect of porta hepatis, we have hepatic portal vein. And just on anterior of portal vein, we have hepatic artery, which is then divided into left and right hepatic arteries. After division of hepatic vein into artery and then right and left hepatic artery, then we have a common hepatic duct. Now returning to this gallbladder, the area on the right side of gallbladder is related to the right kidney. This area is known as renal area. And the area above to that renal area is the area for duodenum. And the area below to that is right colic flexure area. And this is the quadrate lobe. Now discussing the clinical correlates of liver with you, that which diseases are related to that. Original, when I am going to dissect the liver, I will discuss with you at that time its pathology. But right now we have jaundice, which is hyperbilirubemia. Bilirubin is basically the pigment secreted from it. But if that pigment is secreted in abnormal amount, we have jaundice. We have scleral lecturus, where we have a yellowish appearance of our sclera. We have another disease which we know as ascites. Why ascites? Because it is hyperalbuminemia, where our abdomen becomes enlarged due to the abnormal accumulation of albumin in that region. Liver has its role in hyperalbuminemia because in uptake of albumin from intestines and then transfer, it has its role. So that role is abnormal in that. We also have a diabetes type which we know it as bronze diabetes. Why? Because in that diabetes, accumulation of iron on our skin occurs and skin start discoloration. And liver also has its role in that. And this is our basic lecture on anatomy of liver. Hope you all will understand it well. Don't forget to subscribe to Medico's lectures by Shujan. Thank you so much.